Hello. Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I am here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe, and we've got a fantastic community here because of you. You have been so kind to each other. You have been so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed. So, gosh, is anything going on? I'm using the Housewives Tarot today. If ever there was a time for the Housewives Tarot, that subversive, oh, you should just be a little woman at home. Do you want to talk to the person in charge or the person who's actually running everything? Anyway. Oh, yes. Ricky says, and the star of the show, soon to be Kamala Harris's vice presidential running mate, the one and only Boo-Boos and Kitty. Oh, thank you. Yes. He would be very good. Electrostorm says Trump rage tweeted last night. Oh, I heard something about that. Not all the details, though. Hello. All right, so we've got all kinds of questions. The overlay today is specifically, it's specifically about the star card in astrology, which is the card of hope. And it is usually a woman pouring some water into the pool for all, and some onto the ground. But it's hopeful and wonderful. And I just thought, from the divine down to the earth, and hope. So that's today's kind of theme. Okay. Joyce Matthews says Boo-Boos and Kitty will get the childless cat lady votes. Yes. And if you read the description box, you'll know. Oh, yes. Yes, apparently, it will get there, but yes, apparently, J.D. Bowman, or James whatever Bowman, or what was it yesterday in that tweet? Jeeves DuPont Vance thinks I should not have a vote because I don't have children. I was not blessed with children, so therefore I should not be able to vote. Now, no mention about men who don't have children. Funny that. Oh, I have no patience for this guy. I have no patience for this guy. Whew, okay. Okay. Alexa Gibson says, I'm a childless cat lady. Yes, Judy Springsteen says, childless cat lady. Dude. A cat mom says, cat ladies for Harris 2024. Yes. Anyway, let's jump into the questions. At 4 minutes in, let's just start with the basics here. Brett was asking, will Harris get the nomination? Will she be the nominee? B.A. Haven's a childless dog lady. Yay! Susan is saying some of us wish we were. Susan Englehart. Is it Englehart? Yeah. Amy Collins says, how would we start a childless cat ladies pack? Yes. Okay. Oh, yes, Kelly, that was it. Trump was demanding to see the manager. He wants a refund for all the money that was spent against Biden. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. That cracks me up. And I can't even explain why that cracks me up as much as it does, but it's so dumb. It's so petty. It's so entitled. It's so stupid. Yeah, anyway, okay. Focus. I need to focus. 5:15. Will Harris get the nomination? Save. All right. Now. Oh, and we'll get to the name thing. I don't think I have a note on that. The name thing and something else. Anyway. Kamala Harris, are you going to get the nomination? She's already getting all kinds of endorsements. There we go. Electrostorm says breaking. Kamala Harris is now endorsed by 31 senators and 156 U.S. reps. Oh, and 16 governors. Yep. So, judgment. We know they are going to just be as stupid as possible, because they're not going to just come out and say that she's a black lady, or she's got some black in her, Asian or something. She's not Caucasian. Oh my gosh, she's not Caucasian. No, she's not. So they're going to, because they can't come out and say that, oh my gosh, it's going to be everything from her dancing to her shoes to her policies. I don't like her, the way she talks. I don't like the way she laughs. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I don't think I'm going to vote because I don't know. I wanted somebody else. So you're not going to vote, and you're going to let dumpster fire become president of the United States again. Oh, makes me crazy. Oh, so anyway, let me stir my tea here while I look over the cards. Yeah, but judgment is the card for the reading. I mean, just Pat Lyle says they've already started harping on how much she laughs. Hello. Anne says, I'm waiting for the birther 2.0. Yes, because her parents were not citizens. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Everything. They're going to throw every single thing. And I don't care. There's the kitty. Yeah. Nine of Wands. Normally this card is feeling beaten up. It's the guy who's got a bandage around his head, and he's standing in front of all the wands that are like a makeshift wall, trying to protect himself. But in the Housewife's deck, she's climbed so high up that it might be precarious, but on the whole, she's above. And I think that's more accurate because she is above. So Nine of Wands, King of Pentacles. I'm telling you right now, yes, Janie King, because she is their nightmare. Yes. Chris Cole said they'll even say she's too short. Oh yeah, she's too tall. She's too short. She's too fat. She's too thin. She's too blotted deep. You name it. King of Cups. Biden endorsed her. Republican or Democrats getting behind her. My white supremacy card. Yay. But Six of Cups. Nostalgia. All she has to do is say, yeah, I'm pretty much going to stick to the kind of policies. I have policies of my own, but I'm pretty much going to stick to, what Joe and I have been doing for the last 4 years. Nostalgia. Yeah. Yep. And anyone who's, I know there are any number of people out there, readers, astrologers, or whatever, who are saying that they're just, oh no, she can't possibly win. It's like, really? against a, you know about the 34 felony, the 34 felony counts. Yeah, I don't have the thing here anymore, but okay. She's gonna get the nomination. Kamala Harris. Look, I don't worship the woman. We don't, Democrats, we don't do that. But I'm voting for. End of. 5 of Cups. Ignore the people that are going to hum and haw. Just ignore them, because at the end of the day, they're going to vote, and they're going to have a choice. Well, they're going to have 3 options. Don't vote at all. Vote for one of the most vile human beings imaginable. Or vote for a woman who has been a part as a groundbreaker and who has done an excellent job. Then we'll do an excellent job. So, former prosecutor too. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect for the next debate. She's a prosecutor. He has 34 felony convictions. It's perfect. Oh, I don't know. But I wanted somebody to feel your feels and vote blue. Ace of Pentacles. The Devil. 8 of Cups. She has worked so hard. She has worked so hard, and they're going to throw money against her. They're baser instincts, but she is working it. And she's still there. At the end here, she is just wiping the sweat from her brow from all of her hard work. That's what I'm getting. Barbara's asking, will he debate, though? I don't know. I haven't looked at it. But and Pryor says, I heard a young man on TV say the world's not ready for a woman president. Hasn't he noticed how many women have run other countries? I guess he didn't realize how misogynistic that was, or he just didn't care, or he is. The world isn't ready for a woman president. How about a prime minister? How about a et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know anything about Nikki Haley and what she's done or hasn't done. I doubt it, but I don't know. So they're throwing, again, but 5 of Pentacles, Republicans, I don't think it's going to be looking good for them. High Priestess. This is very much a rise of women. Because in the really, really old tarot decks, the High Priestess wasn't a High Priestess. She was the Popess. There was the Hierophant, which is the Pope, and then there was the Popess card. And to me, this is pretty much turned into, Hierophant is the establishment. So it would be like the Catholic Church. And the High Priestess, to me, is more like a hedge witch. So, and there are implications for the gender divide, but also, anyway, so it can be hidden knowledge, higher wisdom, women power knowledge. And then the 10 of Wands here is the burden of the far right. But it's also women who are sick of being burdened and being left behind. Let's do this. Let's vote. Lewis says, childless cat painter. There we go. Uh-oh, that's it, Lewis. You can't vote either. He's so stupid. I'm getting a lot of people going wah, 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 in the background. it's just women voting. So many women voting, so many people who support women's rights and support LGBTQ plus rights, and it's looking good for her. The energy's quite good. So the next question at 15:30 is from Alexa Gibson. 15:30. Now that Biden is not running for re-election, will he use one of his presidential executive powers, because he can do anything? Will he use one of his presidential executive powers to investigate the Supreme Court's obvious corruption? Well, I can tell you right now, he's not going to do anything before the election. Nothing. He is not going to do anything to rock the boat. Nope. But after that, since the Supreme Court said you can do what you want, what is Obama waiting for? That's what I'm surprised by. But Deb Hopkins says, that'll make December lots of fun. Oh, I'm sure. Nancy Pelosi announces support for Kamala Harris. Chuck Schumer, this is a news thing from CNN. Breaking news. Here we go. CNN breaking news. Nancy Pelosi announces support for Kamala Harris as president. Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries will endorse as soon as today, say sources. Okay. Card for the reading is the Justices. Five of Swords. Adding insult to injury. Oh no, how dare you hold us accountable. Strength. Fool. Four of Wands. Okay, so blatant. What Thomas has done, what Alito has done, but Thomas, it's so blatant. Two of Wands. He might be able to get the ball rolling a little. But because this would be holding, or at least in theory, starting to hold people like Thomas accountable. Biden's strength to be able to do that. And this is just the blatant corruption and thumb on the scale that Thomas has had. It feels, though, more like it wouldn't necessarily be Biden. Biden at this point, Biden is totally allowed, okay, to go talk to Merrick Garland and say, hey, go do this. According to the Supreme Court. According to the Supreme Court. So there's definitely what do you call it? That's coming. It's out there. It's getting closer. Yeah, Polly Wanda. I love that. President Harris will not stay in the White House kitchen. Yeah. I do want to point one thing out, just something to remember. I was watching a short last night that I ran across, and there was a woman making a very good point, which is, don't call her Kamala. She's Harris 2024. Because women have been belittled for so long. by just referring to them by their first name. Don't do that. President Harris, all the way. So we don't generally call him Trump, or we don't generally call him Donald. We just say Trump, and everybody knows what we're talking about. Harris. That's what we need to call her. Okay. And I'm hoping that somebody doesn't try to talk the little woman into just using her first name as the slogan. Yeah. Madam President, I think that's pretty good as well. But President Harris 2024. Yeah, that's what we should do. So, okay. And first gentleman, Doug, he loves her so much. It is the sweetest thing. It is the sweetest thing. She's up there, doing her thing and what have you, and he's out in the audience, and he's just like, he's just so happy. And it's just like, oh, I wish everybody had that in their life. I wish everybody had somebody in their life who is so just happy to, it's just like happy to see you all the time. I know it's not realistic, but it's lovely to watch. So anyway, Cosmic Goat Lady. This is an interesting one. 22 minutes in. Do you see, Cosmic Goat Lady was asking, do you see for president, Harris versus Vance? Because there's a lot of talk, oh, Trump is too old too. My personal feelings, never. Trump becoming president is his only chance of not going to prison. There's no way he's walking away voluntarily. But I'm assuming it's voluntary. Something. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he gets, a bad case of COVID and, it's going to take him too long to recover. I don't know. But yeah, Betty Cantrell, he would never step down. I agree. Chris Cole, will Harris nominate Biden for VP? That would be the way to do it. Yeah, fingers crossed, Amy Jones. Maybe he'll be in prison. That's a point. All right, so will we have a presidential run between Harris and Vance? Presidential run. He's not here. Page of Cups, the young blood, as 'twere, going up against the American oligarchs. 5 of Wands, stirring the pot on the right, stirring the pot. Knight of Pentacles, stirring the pot, going after her. Queen of Pentacles. Republicans doing everything they can to convince Republican women don't vote for her, blah, blah, blah. Page of Pentacles, weak. What they're offering is awful. And I just see her in judgment, complaints. I want to see this country's manager. I don't know. I just find her threatening. Why? Because her skin's dark? Well, of course not. I'm not racist. There's something threatening about her. Maybe the problem is not her. Okay. 25:15. Kristen asks us questions about VP-PALOOZA. 25 in the year 25. The top VP candidates to join Harris could be Beshear of Kentucky, Cooper, North Carolina, Kelly of Arizona, Shapiro of Pennsylvania. Will Harris choose any of them? So we're going to go through them one by one. Or let me do 4 and see kind of which way we're leaning here. Personally, I think friends with Mantra saying Kelly. Personally, I think Kelly would be the way to go because of that one word, astronaut. Now, people who are frothing at the mouth about gun rights, they're not going to like it because they know, he's going to want gun control. His wife almost died. And all those years of her horrible, just all of everything she's had to do to try to, piece herself back together. So they're not going to like that. But I think, and plus his wife is Gabby Gifford. Well, yes. But there's this magical ring. There's still this magical ring that kind of, I think, cuts through a lot of the, this person's a governor, that person's a whatever. This person does have experience, also has, his wife gave, well, maybe not fully her life because she survived it, but years and most of her life in trying to piece herself back together. He's been through that. He understands gun violence, but also just something about that A word, astronaut. Plus, and this is horrible, but technically, this shouldn't matter at all, but to the heinous blankety blanks out there, technically he is whiter than some of the others because he's bald. He just looks whiter. I don't know. Maybe that'll. Oh God. All right, but let's start with Beshear. That was Beshear. It is Beshear. There's an E missing here. Here we go. All right, Beshear from Kentucky. Oh yeah, we could put something down for Pete. Yeah, okay. So got Pete here too. Let's do 5 then. All right, I'm gonna put this here. And 5 sets of 3. I'm going to move this over. All right. Oh, we love Pete. It's anyway. Okay. MK says I would pick Kelly as VP, swing state, and astronaut. My kids want. Did you say Mark Cuban? Diane Wise words. Yeah, Mark Kelly is 100 times the man Trump is. All right, let's have a look. We're going to do 3 there's Beshear, Cooper, Kelly. No, let's do this in order. Let's do it this way. Sorry, it'll take me just 1 second. Let me grab this and put this up here. All right. Beshear Buttigieg, Cooper, Kelly, Shapiro. Okay. Kamala Harris's VP pick. This is VP pick. I'm just waiting for the sweatshirts. I'm just waiting for the hats. I'm sure they're on it. All right. VP Beshear in Kentucky. Buttigieg. We like him. Cooper from North Carolina. VP. Kelly from Arizona. Shapiro from Pennsylvania. Her picking someone for VP, King of Cups. But it's going to be a man, which makes sense. I mean, both Gavin Newsom and Gretchen and Whitmore, whatever. They both said no, we're not in the running. So, all right, Beshear from Kentucky. Cooper from North Carolina. No, Buttigieg. Beshear, Buttigieg, Cooper, Kelly, Shapiro. All right, Beshear. Well, he's according to these cards, he's been giving Republicans a hard time. So that's good. I mean, this is kind of low number minor arcana, but bless you for the work you're doing. All right, Buttigieg. Four of Pentacles, Four of Swords, King of Pentacles. I think people are too worried of having someone who is so diverse, which is great, in Kamala Harris with a gay man. He would be perfect. He would be fantastic. I would sleep better at night knowing that Pete Buttigieg had more power in the world. He's truly a good man. And I read on politicians all the time. I don't say that often, but he is. All right, Buttigieg. Cooper. 10 of Wands, 5 of Cups, Justice. Cooper from North Carolina. Oh, who was that up here? Who said that? Helen Wheels was saying Kentucky needs Beshear. I believe it. All right. Well, what about Cooper of North Carolina? Well, he's definitely tangling with the right, this is great to see. It's just there's this kind of disappointment energy. It's not full steam ahead there. Although Justice, there could be some very good things in his future. Alyssa Schroeder says Cooper is term limited and MVP and Cooper have been campaigning together. Okay, cool. MVP. I can't think of who that is. I'm sorry. Anyway. Okay. Kelly. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Well, here's the thing. He wasn't actually, when people were originally listing who Kamala Harris might who she might choose for a VP, they were listing all these names, but they weren't listing Kelly. It was almost like random people out from the outside said, you know who would be good? And people are saying, yeah, Kelly. 10 of Pentacles. He would appeal to some Republican or independent-ish voters. And Page of Cups. I think he'd be excellent. I'd be happy if this was a Knight of Cups. If it was a Knight of Cups or a Queen of Cups, I'd say, heck yeah. This is good, though. Page of Cups. I don't know. But Shapiro, a lot of people like Shapiro from Pennsylvania. This, I've got Howling at the Moon. All of these guys, they're fighting the good fight. Every one of them has, or just almost every one of them has beginning energy of, you poor thing. You are fighting the far right. You are fighting the chaos. You are out there doing the right thing, metaphorically, of course. Chariot, that's a big movement forward, but Five of Swords is insult to injury. So this kind of feels like people kind of assuming he'll get this, but that's not good. That Five of Swords, that's you were going to run forward and you got your legs kicked out from underneath you. So I agree, Roxy. We just need a good person. Yeah, yes. So that's what I'm getting for them. So let me see if I can get any more information. Visualize 70 says, I think what you're saying is that the ticket has to have a broad appeal, that each of the people is appealing to an identifiable area of the electorate. I think so. I mean, I understand the idea of Shapiro in Pennsylvania, swing state, and what have you, but I don't know. Anyway. Okay. So actually, it feels like I'm getting a feeling like, okay, answer the rest of the questions. So, okay. All right, let me move on then. At 38:15. 38. Thank you for being here. 38. Okay. Claude was asking, will Dumpy drop out of the debate in September? A prosecutor against someone, a 34-time convicted felon. That would be epic. Oh, there are some really good, like Eric Swalwell, but he's also from California. We've got a fairly deep bench in California. The problem is they can't all. So, Mary Meyer says MSNBC reported today that Harris talked to Andy Beshear. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Eric Swalwell. I remember when I first started the channel, I was getting energy on Eric Swalwell that he could very well be president one day. Don't know why, but that's what I was getting for a long time. All right, Dumpy, gonna show up for the debate. It'll be great because we know how much you just love being questioned by a woman, especially a woman who has some melanin. Oh, that would be so glorious. Okay. Seven of Cups. Oh, she's looking at all of his lives saying, all right, so where shall I start? There's something, if you're not aware, because not everybody's heard of this, there's something called a Gish Gallop. A Gish Gallop is what a lot of the bad politicians do, where they spout like 8 lies in a row so that you cannot possibly go back and question all of them. You just get stuck on maybe the last one or something. And Trump is found doing a Gish Gallop when he's being questioned to be effective. Often, that's why it's used. It was named after was it a man who taught debate, or was it a politician? I can't remember who Gish was, but he was a person. But this just feels like she's looking at the Gish Gallop going, well, let me see, which shall I think I'll do this one. She's just not rattled by it. And she was a prosecutor. She can hold all those different things in her head and say, oh, I'm not going to get distracted by that. That's what we need to talk about. So, Empress, Tower, High Priestess, 10 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. She has to be careful. Excuse me. She has to be careful because there might be Fran. I don't have confirmation on that from a major news source. But if you do know one, please let us know. And Mal is saying the term Gish Gallop was coined in 1994 by anthropologist Eugene Scott, who named it after American creationist Duane Gish. Scott argued that Gish used the technique frequently when challenging. Thank you. But I mean, there might be overconfidence. There might, but this is some policies, and I still wonder, maybe that's Kelly. Maybe that's Kelly's card. I don't know. It's not an insult to be a page. Depending on what you're trying to do, but he doesn't have anything to prove. These 3 cards here, we've been saying clean up on aisle 45. She could use him as a mop. So I just get her being very, very, very strong. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, she's all this information, all this stuff. She knows it. She knows his policies. She knows what he's done. She's on it, and she has all of the training to make it very clear who he is, what he's done. King of Wands. That's him trying to duck and dodge. And well, I'm not the criminal. You're the criminal. What? 4 of Wands. This is your Mar-a-Lago. You're the people supporting Trump. 6 of Cups. Bring your tea. This is pink lemonade, but bring your tea. This is nostalgia, but it's also 6 of Cups. This is going to be an old-fashioned debate. I don't know. With the violence that's been happening recently. I don't. There's a term I don't want to use, but it's takedown, metaphorical, political debating takedown, verbal takedown. Let's put it that way. A nonviolent verbal takedown. That's what this is. That is bring your tea. So, yeah. Whoosh. Lady Eva saying Harris should seriously push women's issues to the hilt. Women would feel themselves inclined to vote for a woman who takes their issues seriously. Yes. There we go. Yes, thank you, Jennifer Parr. A verbal drubbing. Although isn't that an old-fashioned word for the fisticuffs? To use the fisticuffs. All right, 46 minutes in. I'll read on this. I think it's only going to take 3 cards, to be honest. Trump donated to Harris in the past. Did you hear about this? Verbal jousting, Diane. I like that. Verbal jousting. Trump donated to Harris twice in the past. Twice. Will that come back to haunt him? I doubt it. So, will that come back to haunt him? No. I mean, I could show you the cards. It's just, there's nothing here. There's just, he's moved on. He's moved on to a different part of the buffet. Nobody. Oh, yeah, he donated to people in order to keep his business going, blah, 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 blah. Lewis says, nothing seems to haunt that thing. Okay, all right. And that is true, Sammy. President Harris, yes. Kamala Harris will make a beautiful president. That is true in many respects. All right. Janet 5000. I don't know. Sorry. I love how some of you Canadians, you've been so kind. They're like, you say sorry so much. We're making you an honorary Canadian. I love that. That was so sweet. Okay, 48 minutes. Rhonda had a question. Oh, here we go. Childless cat ladies unite. Aha. Yow. In a recent interview, J.D. Vance said that childless cat ladies should not have any say in what is happening in America. The question was, does he believe that? Yes. Okay, this is the thing that is really, I'm just starting to wrap my head around this about Vance. All right. Do you remember there was a toy when we were small, and it was like maybe 4 little blocks of wood that had straps, 2 straps around each of them, and you'd hold the top one, and then you'd fold that down. You just like bend it down, and the back one would fall and then fall. So then you were holding the top one again, and then you'd fold this way, and it would flip. Do you remember that? I don't remember what it was called, but do you remember that? That's J.D. Vance. It isn't even Jacob's Ladder. Thank you. Deb and Judy and Maria, thank you. Anne says, had one, it flip-flopped. Yeah, but it's more, Elsie says we call them click-clacks. Oh, that's awesome. I'll have to find something about it. Anyway, the Jacob's ladder toy. Let me see. Is there a simple? I was hoping there was just like a GIF. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. Okay, hang on. Open this in an image in a new tab. This is the one I'm talking about for those who are not aware, because this explains. This is the mental image I get with about Vance, because it's not even like Chris Christie is like Janice, who January is named after, who has two faces that are looking in opposite directions, back to the past. So it's supposed to be to the past and to the future, but that just staggeringly two-faced. And Chris Christie, there's such a dramatic shift between nice guy, seems lovely, and then awful, cold politician, like a completely different person. And then it's this really awful shift. But he kind of has those two speeds. Vance literally says whatever he thinks will help him at any time. Let me share this. Yeah. This thing. He has no, you're holding the one, and you see that face of that piece of wood. And not only does it change, but then everything about it changes. Trump is Hitler. I'm Trump's VP. I'm so proud to be here. Women shouldn't have any power. They should have to say in heinous marriages. My wife has a high-powered, or at least a month ago, had a high-powered job, clerked for Supreme Court Justice Roberts and Kavanaugh when he wasn't yet a justice. It's this complete flip. So Valerie says Devil's Wood toy. Is that what it's called where you're from? So let me stop this. Whoops, no, not graphics. I want the one at the end. Sorry. It's not letting me. There it is. All right. Okay. The difference is staggering, and you cannot nail him down on anything. He what Peter Thiel says, that's what he believes. What this person over here believes, that's what he believes. If it helps him, that's what he believes. So Chris Cooled, I didn't get it. Why was that a toy fun? Oh, it was just for simple minds, I guess. I don't know. I liked it. My friend Slytherin. But believe it or not, there are good Slytherins. I know it doesn't seem like it's possible, but it is. So J.D. Vance said that childless cat ladies should not have any say in what's happening in America. Does he actually believe this, first of all? And then, will this kind of garbage bite him? What did I miss something? Elton. All the single cat ladies, put your hands up. That was good. Sharon Rice. Puppy, sick him. That was awesome. Okay. All right. Does he believe this? Queen of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Magician. Does it make him money? He's you can't trust a word that comes out of his mouth. Make some money, and then it's just a con. Would you like to buy a used washer? It's a great used washer. It's barely used. It's practically an open box. It's perfectly fine for a low price. I mean, it's just, but now he's in with the big boys. Emphasis on boys. Is this going to bite him? Judging women? Yeah, this will bite you. Queen of Wands. Even some conservative women like, what? And I'm not just asking about this specific thing. This is in general. Knight of Cups. Oh yeah. But you'll notice he didn't say anything about childless men. Not a word. Not a word. But childless women. Oh. And of course, if a man's out there and he's sowing his wild oats, that's one thing. Thief. And he'll throw anything at the wall. And there's talk that he's even more right-wing than Trump is. Ah, boy. So, gross. M. Packard, or old men with 5,000 kids. Yeah. Ugh. Helen Wheel says, I hope Taylor Swift comes out with all of her cats to support Harris. Yes. She is a childless cat lady. Cool. Is one of her cats Benjamin Buttons? There's the other one. What is the name of her other cat? I can't remember. Lewis says, it's such a vile, dismissive, misogynistic thing to say. Why, yes, Lewis, it is. I could not have put it better. Fran says it's all about the money in his world. Yeah, but I think it's more than that. I think he is so, if you go back and there's a lot of talk on social media. There is a lot of talk on social media about how the majority of the very proud people in general in Appalachia, they really despise hillbilly elegy. And in that he is insulting, dismissive, blaming them for any kind of poverty or sickness or what have you. And then he went on to college, then he got into Yale Law School, and then I'm pretty sure, wasn't he a lawyer for one of the manufacturers of oxycodone? Was that it? Oxycontin? Something like that. I'll have to go look it up. But it's all their fault. And then he went and started hanging out with the hedge fund guys. Yeah. Anyway. Don't. The cards are going flying. Oh, star card. Like this. Actually, I am going to carry a couple. There aren't that many questions left, but I'm going to carry these couple of questions over to tomorrow because I do want to ask right here at 1 hour and 20 seconds. How will the often conservative voters how do I put this? Who were referred to, who feel, who were dismissed by Vance in his book, vote for him and Trump or for decency or for Democrats. Okay, let's just put it that way. Julie says most people in Appalachia do not like JD. They call him a fraud. He lived in, his grandparents moved to Ohio. And my understanding is he occasionally go back and visit family, like maybe over Christmas or something, but he was living out in Ohio. So, all right. My understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, Appalachia, that whole mountain range is the oldest in the world currently. It at one point it was literally like the Himalayas, which are actually so big because they're so young. Appalachia is worn down because it's so old. Old Silver says he's a Catholic. Yes. There are lots of Republicans who were all up in their feelings, though, because his wife is a woman of color and Hindu. Okay, so what are they? I think they're kind of done with him. They're really tired of being looked down on. Yeah, this feels like, oh, Mr. Fancy Pants, who thinks he's above us. He has quite a bit of Leo in his chart. Quite a bit of Leo. I think he is a Leo, but there's like more. Page of Cups, Page of Swords. That's more than anything. This comes up as just a brat. 8 of Wands, Hanged Man, 3 of Wands. They really don't like him. They really, really don't like him. Waiting for their ship to come in. Maybe. Rick, is it Tally? Said, yes, 1.2 billion years old, originally part of the central Pangaean range. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think this is going to go well for him. Yeah. Okay. There you go. The cards are about to burst into flames. But having read on Trump for so many years, I'm surprised they haven't all. Anyway, thank you so much for going through the news with me. Thank you for bringing your questions. It is 1:19 p.m. here in Chicago. And at 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. Sarah should be back today. She might miss the first sprint, but she'll be on at some point. But I'll be there from 3. And other than that, this Saturday night is our monthly Patreon social, where we get together. People come Oh, hang on. Intrepid viewer, is Ohio the Appalachians? My understanding is no, because of the Ohio River. It's on the other side of the Ohio River, and it's very different. Because I lived in Parkersburg, West Virginia, off and on growing up, and it's like there's the river. I'm on this side. My first boyfriend lived across the river in Marietta, and I hope Brian's doing very well wherever he is. But like on this side, it was you'd go back and it was just hills and steeper hills and steeper hills and steeper hills. But once you cross the river, it was quite flat. Does that make sense? So anyway, M. Kelby says most of Ohio is flatland. Yeah. Hi. How are you? Have you been napping? Have you been napping, precious one? Have you been napping? Hello. Hello. We have a little bonus boo-boo. He's a good boy. He's been napping. Yes, he has. Just a good boy. Just a good boy. No, you're so good. Yo. You're so good. Good kid. Cynthia G, what is you of the VP list? Please. You're so good. We're just hanging out for a minute. All right. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day. Socialist Saturday night. Other than that, I'll be back here tomorrow. Same cat time, same cat channel. You're so good. You're so good. All right. You're not alone. We're in this together, and there are good days ahead. He's a good boy. All right. Take care. I'll see you back here tomorrow. KR says, my cat's name at the vet is literally Mr. Boo Boo Kitty. Oh. See you later. You good boy.